What's good, IG Live? Another day in quarantine. Athletes in Quarantine, Volume 10, I believe. Losing track of the days just like anybody else. Just trying to stay sane. Hopefully you guys are having a good day. I did hear that New York is down in numbers. Okay, here we go. Let's see if it's working today. Not this again.
Oh, we got action today.
I was about to say not this again.
We got action today. I'm weak.
What's good? How you doing?
Hey, what's up?
Just cooling it. Just staying sane.
Why my camera look like this?
You said what?
Trying to figure out why my camera look like this.
You need to wipe that joint off. You got all that hair grease on there.
Shut up.
For those who don't know, I always got jokes for Kenia. She always got jokes for me.
100%.
But all right, I'm about to jump into this 24-second shot clock real quick. All right, you ready? All right, cool. All right, bow. Okay, PG or Moco?
PG.
All right, Hampton or DC?
DC.
All right, WNBA or NCAA?
NCAA.
Balding or Wilson?
Wilson.
Brunch or bar scene?
Brunch.
Diana Taurasi or Della Donna?
Diana.
Oh, okay.
For sure.
That's a tough one. Della Donna like that. I saw her in I went
Diana,
to a couple.
the all-time leading scorer, though.
That's facts. Yeah. She definitely is goated. Della Donna's on her way though. If they win another chip this year.
Yeah.
My last one was Mystics or Olympics. Olympic team.
Olympic team.
Yeah.
What?
Hey, the Mystics tough though. Don't play like that.
They are, but Olympic team. For me.
Okay. Real quick, just give everybody your name. What you about?
Well, I'm Kenia Cola. I'm the assistant women's basketball coach at Hampton University. I'm a DMV native, by way of Hampton, but
you from Hampton?
No.
Oh. Yeah. Of course.
I just been back and forth from home to here.
Right.
Space I lived in, but I'm going on my 4th year of college coaching. It's been fun. I was kind of nervous at first when I first started coaching, but now that I kind of got the hang of it, it's easy to do. It's just time. But that's me.
Okay, that's what's up. All right, so recently I know you got this 30 under 30 award. Congratulations for that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So, what's that about?
I think, so most people don't know on the men's and women's college basketball scene, they have like a big organization that kind of like oversees both sides, men and women. And on the women's side, it's called the WBCA, Women's Basketball Coaches Association. And they have like a bunch of different awards they recognize people with. I think about 6 years ago, they started 30 under 30. Most times it's just Division I Coach of the Year, Division II Coach of the Year, Division III Coach of the Year, and then you have your player accolades and player awards. So I think that they wanted to reach out to the younger coaches crowd, since it's more and more coming into the business every year. And they try to just recognize young coaches under the age of 30 who are very active, in the organization, in their respective school community. Does a lot of different things on the court and off the court with the players, and people who are just devoted to their job and what they do. So this is my 2nd year being nominated. The voting committee, there's a bunch of people who vote, people who were on the committee last year. People who won their award last year vote. I didn't get to vote for myself. But, and then there are people before that, they vote too. So I was voted the 2nd time, honored.
Okay. 2 out of 4 years. That's what's up.
You can win as many times as you want under the age of 30, but
yeah. I mean, 2 out of 4. That's like I said, 2 out of 4. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So what does that mean to you though, personally?
Um, Me personally, I like to be recognized. Get your name out there in the business.
Right. Yeah.
People can put a face to a name when you're sending an email, if it's about like a scout or about needing a game, or just getting player references as far as like if a kid's in a portal and you email a coach like, hey, this kid, that kid played for you. This is such and such from Hampton University. People will recognize you and won't have
Right.
any hesitation as far as to like communicating with you about stuff like that. So it helps for people to match faces to name because there's a lot of people who coach, and most of the time they're not going to remember you anyway. But
Yeah.
everybody pays attention to the association and stuff like that. So once your name and your face is all over that, people can be like,
Right.
oh,
Yeah.
I remember her. Things like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm familiar with the association. I knew a few other girls that have been involved. So
Yeah.
that's what's up. So um, like you talked about, you went to Hampton and everything like that. Was Hampton your only choice, or did you have other choices?
Hampton was my only Division I offer,
Okay.
and I say that because my junior summer, I got hurt the second. I tore my ACL the second tournament of the live period.
Dang.
And if anybody knows college basketball, junior
That's the
year is
most
like
important
the
summer.
biggest.
Yeah.
And up until that point, I was talking to some schools. I was talking to some Division IIs. With D2, most of the time they don't offer full money unless
Right.
they have it. And the two schools that I was talking to, they were like East Stroudsburg and Shepherd, and they wasn't really talking about full money with me. So
Hmm.
I was like, yeah, nah, I gotta keep playing. I need
Yeah. No, don't sell yourself short. Right.
and we did a bunch of traveling, and we ended up at a tournament at Penn State. And it's funny because the way I told me ACL, my best friend actually passed me the ball in transition, and I was like, "Yo, I'm not over. Don't pass me the ball." She passed me the ball anyway. Then I tore my ACL, like trying to go up for a layup. I came down. I think I probably like hyperextended or something. But fortunately, the Hampton staff was at that game,
Uh,
and they saw me, and then they had reached back out to my AU coach towards the end of the summer because they didn't see me anymore. They was
right.
asking, "Oh, is she still available? Whatever, whatever." At the time, I wasn't, but I was like, "Nah, I'm gonna play with torn ACL." So I ended up playing. They came to home visited me in my school and watched the pickup. Watched
Hmm.
the pickup.
Right.
I was hurt playing pickup, and they was like still intrigued with me and things like that. I think a couple of possessions after that, after we went up and down a couple times, I tried to like make a move to the basket off of the ball screen, and I like re-hurt my knee.
Oh no.
And my
It's
head coach,
tragic.
is actually my boss now. He's like, yeah, you just tore your ACL. We still want you to come to Hampton. And I was like, sure, what do I sign? I haven't seen the school, nothing. But it actually turned out to be one of the best decisions that I made in my life. During my 4 years at Hampton, I was able to go to the NCAA tournament 3 years straight. My senior year, we lost at the buzzer in our conference tournament, but we had run the regular season, so we went to the WNIT. So I was able to experience postseason play all 4 years of college.
Oh yeah,
Um,
that's what's up.
I was able to win over 100 games. So, and I got a free degree at that.
Big balling. Yeah, you
Yeah,
got the full experience. That's what's up.
I did.
So you able to be a champion as a coach and a player, right?
I was. My
So like
very first job, we won a championship.
that's what's up. So give us like the adversity you face like on both situations, like as a player and a coach, like in reference to winning a championship.
Well, I'll start with as a player. When my freshman year at Hampton, I was coming into a dynasty, and I had no idea. Like I knew Hampton was good.
Uh,
When I was watching them and cheering for them, my senior year of high school, they actually went into I want to say it was double overtime with Kentucky in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Lost to Kentucky by like 4 or something like that. Like took
yeah,
Kentucky to the wire. Kentucky won on some free throws. And I'm like new. I was like, oh, heck, they're good. We're gonna be good. Everybody coming back. They ain't really graduate too many people, whatever. I got to campus and was like culture shocked.
Really?
Yeah.
Because of the HBCU.
HBCU, because I went to a diverse high school.
Oh yeah,
I never seen any
paintbrush, right?
people. Yeah, never seen
Yeah.
any black people that like look like me outside of like people I hung with, people I played sports with,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like an expectation. It was like no drop off. Like, we don't care that you got a knee brace on. Leave it in your locker. Don't come out here with it on. Like, because at the time I was like 8 or 9 months out. I was basically done my rehab.
Right.
I was just being, cautious or whatever. But it was like no drop off from like senior to freshman. The senior that year that I was playing behind, she actually was an honorable mention AP All American. So she gave it to me every day. Like,
Yeah, of course,
this is
as
why
she
you don't play.
should.
You can't guard me. You have to be able to play. How you going to, expect to get in the game? You can't guard me in practice. And then, each year we win in a championship. We win in a
Right.
championship. We win in a championship. Unknowingly, we had like a 56 conference game win streak.
Dang.
And my senior year, we lost.
Ooh, to who y'all lose to?
We lost to somebody. I can't remember who beat us in the regular season. We ended up winning the regular season, but we lost like twice. And we had like, it was crazy. But like each year was a different expectation. Like my first year, okay, we gonna win the third straight, 3-peat. Okay. My sophomore year, we going for 4, like
Right.
4-peat. My junior year, all right, we going for 5. Like it was a different level we had to reach each year and maintain that, because at that point we became a brand. It was like,
yeah,
Hampton women's basketball runs the NEAC, whatever.
No questions.
And in my 4 years, I only lost 3 conference games. Yeah, my freshman year we went 15-1, sophomore year 16-0, junior year 16-0, my senior year 14-2. So we like ran. It was like we got to keep that. And if we not winning by 30, we're not winning good. It's not good enough. So like having to rise to the occasion, every day that you're on campus was like real. And for my senior year, for us to lose the way we did, we literally lost at the buzzer to somebody who hadn't even made a shot the whole game.
Wow, that's tough.
I'm like, for us to go out, we had to lose like that. Whatever.
Well, that's the craziness in March Madness.
Right.
Like anything is possible, regardless of how you did all year.
But even still, like with that loss, we were able to secure the first postseason win ever. I feel like.
Wow.
Because we won the first. We got to the second round of WNIT. I don't think anybody has ever gotten that. Every time HBCU go to the NCAA tournament, you're 15, you're 16.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, Stanford.
It is what it is. Yeah.
I mean, so we got to experience some different things my senior year, but
yeah.
When I finished and I realized, I was like, okay, what do I want to do with my life? I have this degree in sports. I want to be around sports. I try to do some stuff within the community back at home. It's Combe Park. I worked with them for a while, and then I was like, I'm getting my master's degree, but I want to be back around the game. So I started coaching little middle school kids, teaching them how to I had one kid that could dribble, and I was like, look, if you get the rebound, you steal the ball from somebody, you give it to her. She dribble up down the court, she laid the ball up. And once I realized, I had the ability to teach little girls how to do something other than be a little girl.
Right.
I was like, I can do this for college students. It should be way easier.
Right, yeah.
Seeing them build confidence in themselves. I was like, okay, I can do this on the collegiate level. So I applied. I reached out to a couple people that I knew. And I was like, how do I get into coaching? What do I got to do? They was like, look, you're young. You ain't got no kids. You ain't married. You got to be willing to go anywhere. You got to be willing to make any amount of money. And it's funny. They always say your network will take you anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
There was a young lady who just joined the Hampton staff probably a year after I finished. The May after I finished. So June, she joined the staff. Because the coach that coached me had went to her alma mater and became the head coach there. I had emailed the guy about a job. She had actually worked at the school prior to even. She met me for like 5 minutes and told the guy like, "Hey, she's a former player at Hampton. Heard nothing but good things about her. I think you should hire her." So I packed my little car up, went and got my first apartment by myself in Ohio, in Elyria, Ohio, the middle of nowhere, and started coaching at Oberlin College in Oberlin, Ohio. It's actually a little bit of history behind the school. It's probably, no, not probably. It is the pit stop like to the end of the Underground Railroad. They still have like the track up there and everything.
Wow, okay. Interesting.
Division III school, very liberal. Definitely was a culture shock for me being up there. I learned so much though, just everything you need to know about being inclusive, diversity, and all of that stuff. I learned so much there, and I'm so grateful for my time there. And with Division III, a lot of people don't know that you don't mandate anything in Division III. So in Division III, they're playing because they want to play.
Right.
And you know, these kids want to be doctors, neuroscientists.
Yeah.
They
locked in on a whole different level.
I mean, when it comes to like time management, not going over a lot of times, how you travel, what you eat, how you address them. You know, some players may prefer this pronoun, another player may prefer this pronoun. So you really gotta watch how you address your team. It's so much that I learned being there.
Yeah.
And you know, my boss at the time named Kerry Jenkins, he had like been at the school for a good amount of years. I want to play 7+ years, and like his struggle was like real. Some years somebody got hurt, they were about to win, and all of this other stuff. So like when I got there, and I had already had championship experience, and I kind of instilled that into the players, it like just clicked. Like we came close to beating the top dog in the conference, which is DePaul University in Greencastle, Indiana. They actually go to the NCAA tournament every single year. We get to the conference tournament, they lose.
Really? Wow, okay.
Somebody beats them like bad. So we like, all right.
Y'all chance.
All right, it's our turn. So we get to the championship game and like beat the brakes off the team that beat, like the head of the conference.
Right.
First time in school history ever that women's basketball team won the championship. Like they had like a record of just being losers. And we go win a championship, go to the NCAA tournament. The kids are like, oh my gosh, this is so real. Like, I mean, it's not on the same scale as Division I.
It's D1, yeah.
And all of that stuff. But to even be in a championship game,
right,
you get to travel and go somewhere the NCAA pays for it.
Everything paid for. You get
all these
a chauffeur from the police, all that.
Right. They were like eating it up, and we battled in our NCAA game. It was still kind of tough. Hold on. Got a work email that came.
Shout out Jarrell. I see you, boy. My boy in Germany talking in the comments.
I saw he's speaking German or something.
Nah, he's speaking Arabic. It's an insider from when we was at Rice. We had teammates from Egypt and a teammate from Iran. I think Iran. So we was always listening to them, and we had one from Lebanon too.
But yeah, I think my biggest challenge in my first year coaching was I had to adapt to them because I was coming into their space.
Right.
Wasn't like, not saying I didn't have to adapt being at Hampton, but I mean, I know Hampton like the back of my hand. My transition was different from coming to somewhere else and nobody knowing me versus a situation where people know me. It's still like, for example, today I went up to the school today and I had to get something from the president's office, and the secretary was like, "I know you. Where do I know you from?" I was like, "I went here." She was like, no, this is where I know you. She pulled out an alumni magazine. I'm on the alumni magazine with the president. She's like, you didn't age a bit. So like this experience was like the complete opposite of my experience going to Oberlin.
Right.
And once I made the adjustment to the kids, it was like riding a bicycle. I mean, I had kids get up on her, get in her face, be physical. Like we were the most physical team in the league at the time, and that's something that the school wasn't known for at all.
Yeah, that's what's up.
So like we kind of changed the culture a little bit. And actually, one of the players reached out to me last week. She was saying she's a senior now. It was her sophomore year when I was there. She was saying, you know, what you did for us my sophomore year, we will never forget. You changed the dynamic for us. We played such a different way, you know, even after you departed and left, because I left and went to Presbyterian College. And they still, like, to have kids say that to me 2 years later, it's like, okay, I did my job.
Yeah.
It may not have felt like it in the moment, you know, but it did when we won. But, like, to still have it after I'm gone, it's like, okay, that's lit.
Yeah, I can definitely understand, you know, that transition. It reminds me of when Coach Julie came to Florida Gulf Coast, and he was at Kansas for 12 winning seasons, and he came to Florida Gulf Coast. Like it was a shock for him. You know, he had all these great big expectations, you know, but then he realized, you know, it's a different group of guys, different caliber of guys getting recruited here. You know, everyone's not a high major player with the high major mindset. You know, we only got a few high major players with a, you know, high major mindset. So it was kind of difficult for him, but you know, he was able to do some of the same things you were able to do.
You had to make the adjustment.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the biggest part of coaching that a lot of people don't know is making adjustments.
Yeah.
You're not a coach that cannot adjust. It's not good. It is not good at all. I've seen coaches just fall by the wayside because they don't know how to adjust.
Yeah.
And the proper changes, you know, to keep your program relevant, to keep your players relevant, to keep your players interested.
Right.
So, you know, with this day and age, they got so many things. Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat.
Getting pulled in every direction.
So you gotta
many distractions. Yeah. So like as far as, you know, coaching during this period, this little quarantine situation, how are you able to, like, how is that affecting, you know, your recruiting and everything like that?
Well, for us, it's a bit different.
Okay.
Most of the time, I came to Hampton because of how they made me feel.
Right.
I felt welcome. I felt like, oh, hold on, sorry. No, Dickie, you don't have to TikTok. Like, that's my old coworker. He worked at Presbyterian.
Okay.
But these kids, this generation, want to see.
Yeah.
They want to see what you're talking about. They want to see, and with HBCUs, they want to see the band.
Of course.
They want to experience the party on campus.
Of course.
You know, the game atmosphere.
Right.
See the cheerleaders, because our cheerleaders are different than the standard cheerleaders.
Completely understandable.
So, like, they want to see that stuff. So, majority of the time we bring kids on campus, we bring them to homecoming.
Okay.
It's an experience. You get that. You really don't get that everywhere.
Right.
Homecoming or some type of football game, something like that. And then the springtime, it's usually stuff going on in the springtime, like Spring Fest, all that stuff. So we bring kids in the spring. We bring them during that time. So, like, what we've been doing now, we've been doing more face-to-face, FaceTime, and virtual tours, virtual home visits.
Okay.
Just doing the best we can to stay on their minds.
Right.
We actually just got 3 commits.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We got 2 transfers and a high school student. And with them, we're like, look, we're giving you the opportunity to do something special. We're in a new conference, trying to win the Big South Championship. You know, bring that same swagger we had in the MEAC to the Big South. We've done a great job in our first 3 years there, finished in the top 5 every year we've been in. Top 2 the last 2 years. So
Okay.
like we really just trying to just get over that hump. So we're trying to recruit kids that want to do that.
Right.
And now they kind of have the luxury that we didn't have. I don't know about you, but we didn't have ESPN every game. These
Yeah.
kids play on ESPN Plus every single night, so they families, anybody can see them play.
Yeah.
All of our games are televised, so we're trying to sell that. And most of the time, when kids hear, "Oh, I'm gonna play on ESPN,"
Right.
let's go. I mean, my family can see them play because we have kids. Right, we have
Real
kids.
quick.
We have kids on our team from Arizona by way of Kansas, Tennessee, Minnesota, Georgia, Florida, Michigan, and we only have 2 kids from Virginia on our team.
Wow.
So, and then this next year, we're going to have 2 kids from New York, 3 kids from Arizona, kid from South Carolina, kid from Minnesota. So we have kids that are national. We recruit nationally, just so that your team is diverse.
Yeah, that's smart. I
Your
mean,
team is diverse, and when we go places to play these money games, we have some fans.
yeah,
So
exactly.
we're gonna be in a couple different places. Like this year, we played at Alabama, beat Alabama, and had fans. Like when we hit the buzzer beater, people was cheering. It wasn't just
Right.
us on the bench. We had people in the stands because we had some people from that area down there.
Yeah.
We just try to keep, getting kids from wherever. The biggest thing with kids now is just showing them that you care.
Very important.
You can talk to them about anything outside of the game. That helps. So we've just been trying to just stay sticky and annoying to the kids recruiting. But I've literally today I FaceTimed 3 of our players just to see what they're up to. I mean, they're probably bored out of their minds, but
For real though.
I just told them to enjoy this time with your family because when things get back rolling, it's going to be rolling.
Yeah, that was my next question. Just to wrap things up, like, what's your advice for your current players that you already got under the, on the team?
Well, for our current players now, our season was ended
Right.
so abruptly. We started the season off with 13 kids, finished with 8. 2 ACL tears, broken leg.
Oh my goodness.
2 ACL tears,
Broken
broken leg.
leg during the
Her leg was
game?
hurt. No. She was already hurt, but she re-injured it.
Oh, okay.
And a kid with an Achilles ankle injury, something like that. So we was dropping like flies. I mean, we had our best kid go down the last regular season game of the year, Tori Seal.
Very unfortunate.
So for the kids now, I'm just like, y'all got a chip on y'all shoulder. Y'all season was taken from y'all. We didn't just lose. Like, oh, okay, somebody beat us, season's over. Like, we didn't even go. Like,
Yeah.
they canceled the tournament. So I told them, I'm like, use this time to be with your family, but make it productive. If you know you got to work out, do a little mini workout in the house. Come on, Mom, do this workout with me. Or come on, little bro, do this workout with me. Always make sure you're doing something that when we come back to school, your coach is like, can't be like, well, during Corona, you wasn't doing nothing.
Yeah. You never
So
want to be that person.
you never want to be that person that comes back and the coach
they're going
during Corona.
they're going to ride you for the season on that.
Just like when people come back from Christmas break.
Yep.
Did you do anything for Christmas break? Oh, you didn't. So, I mean, I just told them to just stay motivated, get your work done.
Yeah.
I would love to be in classes online.
I just said that to one of my boys yesterday. If back when I was in school and, we had a month of classes online, would have been killing it. Straight A student for sure.
Straight A's. Like, I don't got to sit there. I can act like I'm paying attention and then doing my work on the side.
Yeah.
All you got to do is your attendance is showing your face on the screen. Come on now. But I just told them to keep their grades up. Because the grades is the biggest.
Exactly. You can't play if you don't got the grades.
We procedures around here about grades. And
yeah, that's good.
Like that. So
you ever did any pop-ups in classes?
I have.
Okay.
I may not pop up. I may walk by.
Checking the window. If you're not in there, you got sprints tomorrow morning. Know
first
all
3
about
rows
that.
is our rule. They got to sit in the first 3 rows of classes. So
Okay, yeah.
if I look at my door and I can't see you, you're not in class.
Oh, that's tough.
But we got a good overall team GPA. Good group of kids. We don't really
That's
got
what's up.
when it comes to academics. I mean, it's not. I make it so easy. When you leaving, I give you an excuse note.
Yeah.
So anytime college athletes fall by the wayside in class, it's because the athlete truly doesn't care.
Right.
I mean, you got the academic advisor, the coach who in charge of your academics.
Yeah.
The faculty rep. I mean,
You mean with all 3 of those people, like it's no chance that you should be failing or even slipping at all, because somebody is always there to support you. You know, that's big about college, especially being a student athlete. You know,
yeah,
which
you
a lot of
gotta be mindful of your resources and use your resources.
exactly a lot of regular students were very jealous about those resources and whatnot. Yeah, hating all the time. Somebody doing your homework for you? Nah, I do my own work. I get my stuff done.
Right.
How about you do yours? You know what I'm saying?
Y'all got your own computer lab?
Yes.
You can go to the library. We got our own spot.
We need to be separated from y'all sometimes.
Exactly. So the regulars, they do be hating. Oh, you got all the stuff. We don't got no stuff. We gotta go to the bookstore. Sorry.
Exactly. I can't say nothing about that.
You get to go home for holidays. I'm here.
Exactly. Summertime, I'm here. I'm putting in work.
Spring break, conference tournament.
Exactly. Yeah. 5 a.m. I'm up.
You sleep.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate you coming on here and giving us a second try. Last week was busted.
I know. The first time they was not messing with us, man.
Yeah. All right, though. I'm gonna let you go. Let you get back to your evening.
I appreciate it.
Yes. All right. Thank you again. Good luck with everything.
All right.
All right. Peace.
Thank
you. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Athletes in Quarantine, Volume 10. That was Kenia Cola, assistant coach at Hampton University. He's just giving us a rundown of being a champion as a coach and a player. Awards like 30 under 30. That's really big, being recognized by the whole